Hello, my friends. My name is Dory, and I'm really happy to meet you. And in fact, I feel like I already know you a little bit. I have met Jackson and Tabitha, and they've told us stories about you. They've shown us pictures of you. We've seen you in the documentary films. We've read about you in Jackson's books. So I thought it would be fun to actually offer you a book today. I'm here with my friend Kelly. She's behind the camera, and if you would like, I would like to read this book with you. You can see the title of the book is right here. It's called, you can read with me, I Am Yoga. Yoga. Have you heard that word before? Have you seen yoga? Well, today in this book, you will see some yoga, and we can read and talk about it. And right below the title, you see here, there is a young child who is doing some yoga. And if you look closely, you can see how she is sitting. Does she look strong? Does she look like she's gonna fall over? Does she look calm? How can you tell? Can you see her eyes? Can you see her face? And look at what's on top of her head. That little one is totally happy to be with her. She's doing yoga. And there's lots of different ways to do yoga using your body. Shall we look and see? Here we can see that same little yogi, but does she look the same? Look at her body. Does she look relaxed? Does she look strong? Does she look calm? She's holding the whole wide world on her shoulders. And she says, when I feel small in a world so big, I tell my wiggling body, be still, be still. And I tell my thinking mind, be quiet. Do you ever feel your head going thinking about what happened yesterday, what might happen tomorrow, what I have to do, the studying, the homework? And do you find yourself sometimes not being able to keep your little body still? Maybe when you're in class, you just want to wiggle. Maybe when you're in church, it's hard to sit still. Yes, this little girl, she feels that way too. And look at her here. She says, I feel, let me put my glasses on, I feel my racing breath. I tell that racing breath, be still, be slow. Oh, that feels so much better. So I close my eyes and I make room in my mind and in my heart to create and to imagine. I am yoga. So look at her body now. Let's just go back and see. Where is she here? Holding up the earth. And now look at her now. And she's standing. Is she strong? Is she calm? Is she balanced? Is she gonna fall off that mountain? I don't think so. She is yoga. And we call somebody who does yoga a yogi. Here she is again. Let's look at her body now. She says, I can touch the sky. I am so tall. Look at that body. Is it strong? Is it balanced? Look at, she has her leg bent and her arms stretching high. She looks calm and strong and still. And here, look, she's in a different yoga pose. Look at this little yogi. Look at the yoga in her body. Is this leg strong? Yes, look at this one holding straight and these ones stretching out. She says, I can soar among the clouds. I am so free. Look at the space in her body. Look at the space here and the space here. And look at her face. She's strong, she's still, and she's calm, and she looks kind of happy. And here, I can sparkle with the stars. I shimmer and shine. Look at how open her body is. Look at how open her heart is. I can dance with the moon. I light up the night. Look at that yoga body. Look at those strong legs, those strong arms, that strong back. She's full of light and space. And look now, look at this yoga pose. What does she look like? Look, she's riding on the waves in a river or in the ocean. She's like a boat. My goodness, look at how strong she is to hold up her legs and her arms, and look at her back is so beautiful and strong. She says, I can sail on the sea. I go with the flow. Do you feel like that sometimes in life? Sometimes life is easy and then, oh, there's a big wave or a big mountain. And oh, are you going to be okay? Oh, there's another one. And then things slow down. And if we can balance like that yogi doing her yoga here, you can see her strength and her stillness and her balance keeps her upright. She can handle those waves. She can handle life. This is one of my favorite yoga poses. Look at her here. What do you see with her body? Can you see those strong legs, firm? It's like they're on the sand. And look at those strong arms holding her and her beautiful lifting chest and her face open to the sun. And look at that. Can you imagine how her heart feels there? Wide open. And she says, I can open my heart. I feel love. And I love this picture. Do you see where she might be? Do you know those special, they're like buildings in a place where it's very sunny? It's in Africa, in the northeast of Africa. The river Nile, we know, starts in Jinja in Uganda, and it flows all the way up the continent, and it comes out to the Mediterranean Sea, right in this place, Egypt. Yes, I've never been to Egypt, but I'd love to. And here's our yogi again. Look, she's standing tall again, right on the edge of a tall cliff. And she says, I can see far and wide. I am focused. Do you know that word focused? Have your teachers ever said to you, come on now, let's focus. Let's focus on this math so that you'll be able to do your homework well. So she's focused. You can see, in order to stay balanced, upright, with her leg in this position and her arms folded, she needs to be thinking right in the moment what she's doing. And in that focus, she also has an opening in that stillness and in that strength so that she can see. She can see inside and she can see outside. Look at the beautiful sky and the birds and the setting sun. She can see that. She can be that. And here's a really playful yoga pose. Look at this yogi. She's upside down, and you can see, she says, I can turn things upside down. I am playful. This is the way we usually see the world, but she sees it this way. And that's a wonderful thing about yoga. It's fun, and it's playful, and it puts our bodies in shapes that allows us to feel and see the world differently. And so it creates space for our minds to open and our hearts to open, and we can imagine and be wonderful things. We can be what we want to be, how we really are. And here's this double page. I really like this because we can see that the yogi starts here in this pose, and she's balancing again with a beautiful bent front leg, straight, strong back leg, and she's reaching up into the sky and reaching down into the earth. And she says, I can stand up for me. She's strong. Her body can stand up for her, but also inside, her heart is strong and she can stand up for herself. She can find her breath and her voice, and she can speak her own truth. And here, she's changed her pose a little bit. She's stretching her arms out, and she's looking way out into the world, and she said, I can stand up for others. So yoga is wonderful for yourself. It's also brings that wonder to other people. And here she's opening even more fully. See how she's stretching up and back a little bit, and her heart is wide, wide open. And she says, I can stand up for peace. I can stand up for nature. I can stand up for the whole world. So all that strength and silence and relaxation that a yogi feels inside is really good for our own bodies and our hearts and our minds, but it's also something that we share with the whole world. So by doing yoga, the world is a better place. And here, look at these beautiful flowers. I love flowers. And can you see this little yogi right inside this flower? And you can see that she's sitting up strong. And look at her knees are bent, and they look like petals of the flowers. And her legs are opening just like the petals. And she says, I can open like a flower. I am beautiful. And she's beautiful in her strength, in her silence, in her balance. And that beauty is something that comes from inside out. From inside the flower, we see the color and the shine and the light. And over here, our yogi is doing another yoga pose. And you can see she's bending the other way, and she's making her body look a bit like a basket. You can see she's stretching back, and her legs are reaching up, and her chest is lifting. All the while, she has a very calm, happy face, and she says, I can carry beauty with me. I am full. So here we see that she's full with beautiful flowers. But she can do this yoga pose anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a garden. It can be anywhere. And she still has that beauty within her, always. And yoga is a way to help that beauty shine. Oh, and here she is again. Look at our yogi. She's in a very different position now. You can see she's kneeling down and she's bending forward, and her head is resting on her hands. And she says, I can say I've had enough for today. I relax. So we all live really busy lives as children, as students, as parents, as teachers, as workers. And sometimes we get so busy. We work and then we just collapse. But it's so nice to know how to come to a place to just relax anytime. And here is our yogi again, in a place where she looks, if she was standing, she looks very straight and strong. Look at the beautiful space she's created. And her chest is wide open. But if you look this way, you can see she's actually lying down. And this is a beautiful place to lie down on the beach, by the river, could be laying down in the grass, could be laying down on your mattress. And she said, I can rest. I am calm. Can you see any worry on her face? Can you see any stress in her body? No. She looks like she might be sleeping, but she's not asleep. She's doing a very lovely yoga pose called Shavasana, which is a very, very calm place to go. We have, just like the beauty we talked about with the flowers, we have that calmness inside ourselves, and we carry it with us all the time. We just have to put ourselves in a place and put our body in a place where we can go there. And we're coming to the end of the story now, and we've kind of come back to the beginning. You can see our yogi is holding on to the world again. But is the world on her shoulders? Is the world weighing her down? No, she has the whole world in her hands. And look at her face. Yes, does she look calm? Does she look balanced? Does she look in control? She says, now the world is just the right speed. Now my world is just the right size. Now I see I fit in just right. I am yoga. I can be anything. So we're back to the beginning of the book now. Did you enjoy that? Did you learn a little bit about yoga? Did you see what the body was doing and how the body was changing? How the body and the thinking mind and the feeling heart, how they were changing too? I hope you enjoyed it. And this is just the beginning, because we'll come back again with another yoga tape, and you can do a little yoga. And when you do yoga, you'll be doing yoga with my friend Kelly. So we look forward to seeing you again. Nice to meet you, Nyaka. Nice to meet you, yogis. Bye for now.